Okay, so going back a few days ago to Kobe Bryant's birthday on August 23rd, I missed this. I guess Diana Taurasi honored Kobe Bryant by scoring 34 points in honor of his birthday against the Mystics. And one thing that, is really obvious about that 34 in Diana Taurasi is Diana equals 34. And if you notice too, I'll show you the score of the game. That game was 88 to 87. So take away 34 from 88, and that means that the rest of the team combined for 54 points. So, of course, we know Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. A lot of 54 tributes to him, especially in the MLB. MLB equals 54, baseball 54, and how Bryce Harper just wore Kobe Bryant's jersey underneath his own uniform 54 days before his upcoming birthday. And I mean, just so much. It's insane how they can just get it all perfectly. But another thing that stands out about Diana Taurasi, and because she's considered to be the white mamba because Kobe Bryant nicknamed her that instead of being the black mamba. And so a lot of, just similarities, I guess, or I can't stand Diana Taurasi, but how they make her the biggest, the greatest scorer in WNBA history. Like, definitely just look at her and what kind of tribe is she from? But anyways, another topic I was going to bring up is I noticed that Minnesota Lynx, they are currently 10-4, which I think, you should be able to see what number I'll be pointing at. Like, obviously, if they lose two more games, they would become 10-6, like 106. The big number we've been seeing with all these black tragedies and everything happening today. Black Lives Matter 106, Black, Negroes, I Can't Breathe, everything, all this 106. So it would be quite in your face if Minnesota does drop to 10-6. And I think it's quite possible because of the teams that they're going to be playing. We go to their schedule. Their first game that they are playing will be against Phoenix Mercury, Diana Taurasi's team, the White Mamba. And so looking at that, so currently Minnesota is 10-4. And Mercury is currently 8-7. If they win this game against Minnesota tomorrow and become 9-7, that kind of makes a lot of sense just because tomorrow is actually, let me show you. From the death of George Floyd, tomorrow is 97 days later. And the death of George Floyd happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Lynx are located. So just seeing that 9-7 stands out. I know the coach's name, her name for, Sandy Brondello. Her last name, I know, equals 97. But I think that 97 days after George Floyd really plays. And then even talking about Diana Taurasi and the Mamba mentality, how they say, this even has Gematria of 97. So just seeing all this and how Minnesota could possibly become 10-5 tomorrow against the Mamba, the other white Mamba or whatever. Mamba also equals 105. So it's kind of looking good for Mercury to take it tomorrow, I would say. And just because I wouldn't be surprised to see that tribute 10-6 with Minnesota. And then their next game after that would be against Los Angeles. But before I get there, tomorrow, August 30th, still makes sense for the ties with Kobe Bryant because tomorrow is the 243rd day of the year and Kobe Bean Bryant equals 243. So and then just seeing the ties too with Diana Taurasi and Kobe Bryant. It's all just made to be this way. Her birthday is on June 11th, and if you were to take the day that he died, Kobe's death, to Diana Taurasi's upcoming birthday was 137 days later. 137 is the 33rd prime number, just like how Mamba equals 33 here, and even Kobe has that 33. So quite a connection between the two of them. So definitely think, I don't know, I think tomorrow Minnesota should lose. But then looking at Los Angeles, the only thing I see like right off the bat is Los Angeles. They're currently 11-3, and their next game, I didn't really take a look at their next game against Atlanta Dream, but Atlanta Dream's doing horrible right now. They're 3-12. I feel like I know a 3-13 somewhere, but anyways, so say Los Angeles wins tomorrow, and then they go to Minnesota and face them. They would be 12-3 going into that game. Minnesota has Gematria of 133, like 13-3. So who knows? Los Angeles could have that record coming in or after the game of beating Minnesota and making Minnesota 10-6. So I just think that would be so wild. But looking at Minnesota, when you combine it written out in word form, 10-6 is a perfect overlap in all four ciphers with Minnesota, the 110, 38, 133, and 52. And the 52, I mean, that stands out because Zach always mentions that Minnesota, like the number one number for them is 52. And they even started off their season 5-2. You can count up their wins and losses. So, I mean, that's definitely true that that's their number. But so I guess what I'm just pointing out is we'll just wait and see if they do this tribute to Minnesota by giving them a record of 10-6, all for this Black Lives Matter movement and everything happening. So I think that's all. See ya.